Now to the young American athlete taking the soccer world by storm. Christian Pulisic is a 21-year-old from Hershey, Pennsylvania, now being called Captain America, commanding the field in England. Maggie really sat down with him, joins us now from London. Hey, Maggie.
Hey, George. We know Christian and I both just moved to the UK a couple of months ago, so I asked him if there's been any culture shock, and he said something that he also struggles with is calling this game football, because for him it is always going to be soccer. Because watching him out on this field, it's incredible. Not only is he fitting in, but he is standing out among some of the best players in the world.
2-0. Pulisic on the score sheet again.
America's first homegrown soccer superstar. Even teammates compare him to a superhero.
Captain America. Lovely assist.
Now, Christian Pulisic lighting up the scoreboard for one of the UK's biggest teams, Chelsea Football Club. What's it like when you walk out here and there are just thousands and thousands and thousands of fans?
It's the best feeling in the world. I get excited still every time I walk out.
Pulisic, the step over.
At just 21,
Scores!
Christian's already one of Chelsea's most lethal weapons, becoming the youngest player to ever score a hat-trick for the team.
Absolutely brilliant. What a day for that lad.
Christian's been dreaming of moments like this since he visited Chelsea's headquarters as a kid. I think you'd have to be practiced how to sign your autograph.
When I was younger, I was already practicing,
Really?
Yeah.
But despite all the hype, he still feels like just a regular guy from Hershey, Pennsylvania.
The sweetest place on earth, as they like to call it.
Both his parents are former players. What were some of the big life lessons your parents taught you? Anything that sticks with you today?
The number one thing I would say is just kind of putting confidence in me, just telling me to always believe in myself no matter who I'm playing against, no matter where I come from.
Christian took that confidence, and at just 15, he moved to Germany, determined to become a pro. It had to be a little scary.
Yeah, it was terrifying, to be honest. It was kind of a big sacrifice, you know. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't speak any German. I just had huge dreams, and I thought, why not go for it?
The big gamble paid off. Just 16 when he signed with German powerhouse Borussia Dortmund. A year later, the Wonder Kid started making his mark, scoring goal after goal.
Jetzt ist drin, Christian Pulisic mit dem 3:3 für Borussia Dortmund.
It wasn't long before the biggest soccer league in the world came knocking. Chelsea buying him out of his contract for a record $73 million, making Christian the most expensive American soccer player ever.
Christian Pulisic.
This is where I've wanted to be my whole life, playing professionally for a massive club, playing for Chelsea. It's the biggest honor in the world, and yeah, I've been loving it so far.
With all your training and having to leave the U.S. for Europe, did you ever feel like you missed out on anything growing up?
Definitely, but there were also some things I got to come home and see my friends.
What'd you make it home for?
I made it home for my senior prom. The next morning early, flew back to Kansas City to play for the national team, and I scored my first international goal.
Stop!
That
That's amazing.
night, yeah.
Many predict Pulisic will become America's first soccer megastar. Do you ever feel extra pressure being the American out there?
People, they always try to put that extra pressure, you know, being the American, but like I said, I try not to think about it.
So what about the little kid playing kinder kick back in the States? If they asked you, how do I do what you're doing, what would you tell them?
I would tell them to give it everything, and you know, if you really want something, just to dream big, because that's what I did.
Well, now everyone wants to know, how do we make the next Pulisic? Is there a secret sauce? But we asked him, he said, there's no secret, it's just hard work. He said there's no strict diet, strict training regimen. He actually played all sorts of sports growing up. And guys, we even asked him who his hero in sports was, and he told us it's not a soccer star, LeBron James. Although I do want to note that before he said LeBron, he did say it was his mom and dad. George?
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, Maggie, thanks very much.